If you're looking at my office and thinking, wow, that's kind of boring, you're absolutely right. Time to liven things up. I got my hands on some really cool smart lights that came out just this year. Plus I had some other lights that I had from before. And I looked at all of them and I'm only picking the best because these smart lights are what I'm going to be using for a while. I'm going to be in 2 rooms for this video, my office and my studio, which I'm in right now, and it's basically like a second office space. I wanted each room to have its own vibe, so I was strategic on where I put the lights. In my office, where I'm mostly on my computer doing email and editing videos, I wanted the lighting to feel really comfortable. That way I can sit for a long period of time and get a lot of work done without feeling tired. Originally, I thought having bright white ceiling lights would do this, but it kind of had the opposite effect. The bright lights would make my eyes feel fatigued and I would feel tired even faster. To fix this, the first thing I added was some bias lighting behind my monitor to reduce eye strain. These are the Govee RGB CWW Flow Plus lights. Yeah, that's way too many letters. But it actually means you can have multiple colors at the same time, along with dedicated warm and cool white LEDs. The colors in whites look amazing. In fact, they're so bright that I normally keep it around 50 to 60% brightness. They also have some pre-programmed scenes, or you can make your own. Right now they're $65 and about half the price of Hue Play bars. And those Hue lights cannot do multiple colors at the same time. So these Govee lights seem like a pretty good deal. They also come with stands for the desk or for the back of a monitor, and it was very easy to set up. Above our couch there was a big spot on the wall that needed something there. A piece of art or maybe some lights, or how about both? I went with some Nanoleaf wood panels and wow, they are in a league of their own. Normally Nanoleaf panels are solid white when turned off and don't look great when they're not glowing. These wood panels are way different because they look good on and off. They even have this textured wooden surface on the outside, and it's a nice touch. Pun intended, because you can interact with these panels by touching them. In the app, you can set what different swipes will do. I have it change the color scenes when going left to right, and then up and down controls the brightness. You can also trigger HomeKit scenes by tapping on specific panels. That's pretty awesome. If you're using HomeKit and have a HomePod mini, then you can connect these using Thread. It makes it so much more reliable when using the Nanoleaf app or HomeKit. I thought this would solve all of Nanoleaf's connectivity issues. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Connecting it to Amazon has been very unreliable, and right now it's not even working for me in my Amazon app. But they are really easy to install. There's a little connector piece that snaps in, and you just use the attached double-sided tape to stick it to the wall. These wood panels are not cheap though, and they only do warm and cool whites, so no RGB colors. But they look amazing, and after setting them up, I bought even more panels because I like them so much. My wife Allie's desk is next to mine, and she wanted some bias lighting, so I installed these Nanoleaf light strips. Not only are they easy on the eyes, but are functional, since they light up under her desk for her keyboard. I think this ended up looking awesome. The reason I went with Nanoleaf light strips is that they have dedicated warm and cool whites. It has RGB, but they're not very bright. And the white color is extremely bright though, and that's mainly what she'll use. There are also a few buttons to manually turn it on, cycle the colors, and control the brightness. That way she doesn't have to adjust it with the app if she doesn't want to. They're connected using Thread like the wood panels, and that's great for HomeKit users, but they still have the same connectivity issues with Amazon, so Nanoleaf still has some work to do. When I'm looking at my computer monitor, I only want to see beautiful things in my peripheral vision. So I have my wife on one side, and on the other, this filament RGB bulb from Feit. Yeah, it's that good. The bulb looks unlike any other smart bulb out there. It's like if an RGB and a filament bulb met, fell in love, and had a baby. Normally you want your smart bulb to be bright and light up the room, but this one is different. It's best at 1% brightness so you can see all the detail. It has red, green, and blue light diodes in the filament ribbon. Changing the color can look drastically different with the exposed diodes, and sometimes I just catch myself staring at it.
Reed? Reed, stop looking at the light bulb.
Now moving over here to the studio, I wanted the lights to look a little bit more edgy and stand out. That way when I'm filming a smart home product, the lights, look cool in the background. This style is obviously not for everyone, but if you're a gamer or want something bold, you might be more into this. I wanted to make this couch area a little more interesting, so I added the Govee Glide RGB wall light. These are kind of like a LifeX beam ripoff, but slightly less expensive. You can customize it with all different types of color combinations, since these are kind of addressable and can be multiple colors at the same time. They can get really bright and have some pre-programmed scenes you can use. I like these lights, but there are a few things about them that I don't like. The plastic it's made out of feels a little cheap, and it's not the end of the world because once I put it on the wall, it doesn't really matter. The other thing is that the corner piece can only turn the lights one direction. So if you want the lights to go up from the power cord, they can only turn right. They cannot turn left.
I'm not an ambi-turner. I can't turn left.
So as you can see, no major issues, and overall I really like these. In the corner of the room, I added back one of my favorite things, light strips and a channel cover. I've shown these before in my last house, but there have been multiple people asking to see how these are installed, so I'll quickly show you. First, clean the surface with rubbing alcohol so the light strips stick better. Peel off the 3M tape cover on the back of the light strip to attach it. Then adding the plastic cover takes a little finessing. I just push down starting on one side going towards the other, and you can hear it popping into place. The ceiling is 10 feet tall, so I'm using both a 3-foot and a 6-foot channel cover. Installing them next to each other is no problem because it's almost impossible to spot the seam. Then screw the small bracket into the corner and just pop them right in. I'm using the Govee Dreamcolor light strips for these, and I was gonna put the LifeX Z in there, but they were not working for me. These Wi-Fi Dreamcolor light strips received a firmware update, and now you can select each section so they're even more customizable now. Honestly though, almost any light strip will look good with these channel covers. I get a lot of questions about what lamp is over there in the corner. It's the Smyfonisk, an IKEA lamp with a Sonos speaker built inside. The speaker sounds amazing, but under the frosted glass cover is a LifeX smart candle bulb. This is the only smart bulb that I've ever used which can show multiple colors at the same time in different areas of the bulb. The combination of the speaker and the smart light makes this the ultimate smart lamp. The other lamp I get asked about often is the bat signal. I use black construction paper to make the actual symbol. The rest is a discontinued IKEA lamp with a LifeX bulb inside. I've had these LifeX bulbs for years, but now there are some other really good options, like the Wyze color bulb, or the new Hue bulb that came out last week that's even brighter. Both of those are 1100 lumen, so the same brightness as LifeX. Well, on paper they're the same. When comparing the brightness, the Wyze bulb looks almost identical to LifeX. Even the color saturation. This is just insane because it's a fraction of the price. The new Hue bulb has brighter white colors than before, but the RGB colors are still nowhere near LifeX, which is very disappointing. I mean, if Wyze can do it, so could Philips Hue, come on! But overall, I've been really happy how everything turned out. And if you look at the before and after of the office, you can really see how much smart lights can change things. And if you ever want to transform a room, then smart lights are the way to go.
Dad, why didn't you include this in your video?
Oh, because it's not smart. You have to press the button to turn it on.
Wow, it's a floating light and it's not cool enough for you? Fine, I'm taking it.